Hello, welcome to stage 33, the first about the language. This one is on the future tense. The future tense, as you are looking at my screen, you will see that it is, I don't want to say easy, but just like how the imperfect is bomb, ba, spot, and that BA is really unique and really easy to spot. Well, look at the future tense, everybody. Bo, bis, bit, right? Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitus, bunt. So that BO or BI really is the rule there. BI is, and I'm going to type in, or I'm going to draw in here BI and make that associate with the WI as in will. So that might help you remember that it is BI instead of BA or something like this. And that is, it's really unique looking. I think it's really easy to spot. The issue is, and this tutorial is not so much about teaching you about the future tense, but it's about kind of some easy mistakes that I'm hoping if I tell you on the front end, you'll avoid them, because I think we can all see that BI is future, and so we translate it as will, right? Bo bis bit. I shall carry, or you can say I will carry. That's totally fine. You will carry, he will carry, or she or it will carry. Now, here is the thing that I want you to watch out for. One is the bo, B-O, right? So we're not going to do like BIM or something like that. And then we got bunt, B-O, and then bis, bit, bimus, bitus, and bunt, okay? But again, I think those are pretty normal, pretty standard. I think they're pretty easily identifiable. Now, that is in the first and the second conjugation. So if you have a first or second conjugation verb, you have bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitus, bunt, okay? Now, the issue with the future is that there are actually two rules, and we never have this, right? Imperfect, the one rule is bomb, ba, spot. We have two different rules for the future. There's a good reason for that. Maybe now's not the time to get into it, but it isn't an accident. All right. Now, look, third and fourth conjugation. Now, we also know that there is a third IO, like facio, facere conjugation, but it behaves just like these. Okay. It behaves like the fourth. So look at this. Ace, et, amis, atus, ent. So there's a bunch of things to watch out for. First of all, the rule is E. In the third and the fourth conjugation, the rule is E. Audi yes, audi yet, audi amos, audi atus, audi ent. That rule is an E. So one of the things that I want you to watch out for is this first person singular, traham, am, I will, I shall, audiam, I shall, or I will. And then the second thing is just that the present tense of, for instance, traho, trahara would be traho, trahis, trahit with an I. And that E is not a hugely demonstrable difference. So you really have to kind of pay attention there. Now, of course, we can use context clues, right? So in our first go at a worksheet earlier last week, we use cross tomorrow. Remember in the model sentences, it kept saying cross tomorrow. Well, that's a good clue that you're using the future. In fact, when this is tested on the National Latin exam, almost always they use cross as that signal word, sometimes mokes, soon, things like that. So we're going to use context. But this E, it's a problem. It's a problem for my Latin 4 students. It's a problem for my AP students. It's a problem for my capstone students. It's just sometimes difficult to spot. So I want us to highlight that. And I also want to highlight that first person singular, that am. Now, here's my rhyme, okay? And I'm going to put a text box out here and I'm going to type this out because it's quite a bit. And you should as well. This is my little rhyme here to help us. In conjugations 1 and 2, bo, bis, boo, right? Bo, bis, bit, bimus, bitus, bunt. Okay? In conjugations 4 and 3, so third and fourth conjugations, A, M, E. All right? So in conjugations 4 and 3, A, M, E. So I've rewritten it here. So it's A, M, like in Traham, and then the E all the way down. So conjugations 1 and 2, Bobus Boo. Conjugations 4 and 3, A, M, E. And if you can remember that, I think it will help. And lo and behold, look at your examples. And the very first word we see there is indeed cross, tomorrow. So that's a good clue that we have bih there. Okay, we don't always have a clue there. We see cross here in this one, but like I said, mokes would be a good one, but I don't see that in our model sentences. The only other thing that I'll tell you about here is just the future tense of the verb to be is, think of this as row ris rit. This is almost like Scooby Doo saying, trying to say bo bis bit, right? Row ris rit, rimus ritus, and then runt. But those correspond to, of course, bo bis bit. Okay, so that's the future tense. Just remember, we have two rules in conjugations 1 and 2, bo bis boo. In conjugations 4 and 3, am, e. Good luck.